Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Pokemon Theta Emerald Nuzlocke. I am Atyrum, and not much time has passed since the last episode, but I was really excited to get going and doing some of the stuff that's going on. So to start off with, this is our current team right now. I went ahead and pulled Sarkos out of the box, and I got Ziggy, and I also went ahead and fought some of the trainers, well, actually all the trainers that we skipped last episode back on that route over there. Although I didn't go all the way back up to the rainy route. Oh, you're kidding me! I forgot to get the Pokeblock case. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, but as I was saying anyways, well, we're gonna go get the Pokeblock case, first of all. But I did not go all the way back to the rainy route and fight those trainers, but I just fought the trainers on that route that we were just on. And I believe this is where we get the Pokeblock case. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I was worried for a second there that we were gonna be told that we had to go back to like the first contest hall. Although, actually, in Emerald version, there's only one contest hall, now that I think of it, because the other ones got transformed into mini battle towers. But, anyways, I'll be back at the Safari Zone now. But yeah, as I was saying, I did a little bit of leveling, and I am really hoping that we can possibly catch a flying type, either here or in an upcoming area. I mean, I'm gonna say, I don't know if there's actually a little pop-up when you change zones in the Safari Zone. I know there is in some games, but I don't know if that's true in this game. But I am hoping for a flying type, because you don't have a flying type right now, so it makes it really difficult to backtrack and such. Also, I'll probably come back through here off camera and get some of those items. I do want to see what that TM is over there. But yeah, like I said, I'll come back through here. It's only like 500 Poké Dollars to get through, so not that big a deal. But I think I'm going to hop up this way. Oh, if I can do this. It's a little bit more difficult on emulator. Just like the Mach Bike, maneuvering is a little bit more difficult as well. So there's TM85, so that's a nice. And then I guess any place is as good as any other place. So let's just go ahead and see what we can find over here. Our first catch is going to be our encounter for the Safari Zone. And it's a Wobbuffet. That's a little unfortunate. Wobbuffet is not a good Pokemon for in-game playthroughs. It's really, really situational, so I guess we'll catch it. That's a no-go right there. It's watching carefully. Let's go near it. I think that makes it easier to catch. And it fled. Alrighty. Well, no catch for the Safari Zone, so that's nice and such. We will get a couple catches coming up here. If we head down... Yeah, we're going to end the Safari game early. Yes, we'd like to exit. We forfeited our catch because we could not catch... Well, we didn't forfeit it. We were unable to catch it because I thought I'd be able to catch it easier if I got nearer. But sadly, that was not the case. But yeah, I would really like to have a flyer because there are several things I want to do on prior routes. Basically, areas that we've been to before that I really feel like there's some stuff I want to get done over there. Such as going back and getting the Ice Beam TM. But at the moment, we're not able to do any of that because... Well, I mean, we could, but it takes a while to get all the way through there. Anyways, I don't remember seeing the pop-up. Is this a new area over here? We're on Route 121, and Route 122 is that route right there. And then there's also a route to the south of this as well that leads us back over to Mauville, so we can catch something there as well. So, kind of hoping for something like a Pelipper here, even though Pelipper is not really a Pokemon I'm real fond of. A Lomomola. Okay, and it's level 5? Seriously? That's a little unfortunate, yet again. That's going to be the title of this episode, Unfortunate, because it's been unfortunate. I don't think a Lomomola is really going to do much for our team right now. It's another water type that we already have a couple of good water types, so we don't really need it. And to top it off, it's also another bulky water type, and we already have Pringles, who will evolve into a pretty nice bulky water type, so... We'll catch it, and I don't think we can really whittle down its health anymore, because it is level 5. By the way, I forgot to mention this, but I do have the experience share on as well. Let's go and try the net balls, actually. But I do have the experience share on, because I do have a couple of my weaker members on my team. Everybody else, other than the ones on my team currently, are level 38 or 39. So I try to get everybody who is lower leveled, and then the two newer members of my team that I added last episode and before this episode, because I wanted to give them a shot and get them level up to the point where we can actually use them. Although, to be fair, a lot of the trainers that were... The random trainers and such that I've been cutting out have not been that high level, so we should be able to start fighting them with our new team members pretty soon here. And a Lomomola, I'm going to name this thing, this is going to be a kind of a weird nickname, but I'm going to name this guy, and I'm going to explain this in a second here, because it's kind of a convoluted method of coming up with a nickname. But basically, I'm going to name this guy Cornflake. A, because it's flat and disc-like, and it almost looks kind of like a cornflake. And B, secondly, because there's a YouTuber who used to do Pokemon videos called Slowflake, and I used to follow him fairly consistently until he kind of stopped doing videos. But at one point, when Generation 5 was just coming out, also this is a new area, you can catch something up here as well, but just when Gen 5 was coming out, and a Lomomola was first revealed, and most people assumed it was an evolution for Luvdisc, and when it was found out that it was not, he made a joke about Luvdisc pissing in the cornflakes of one of the Game Freak employees, and that being the reason it didn't get an evolution. So yeah, it's kind of a bit of a joke and a reference to that, and that's how I came up with that nickname. Also the fact, like I said, that Lomomola is flat and probably looks more like a pancake than a cornflake, but we'll go with it. I'm not even sure we'll be using cornflake there, but that's okay. Picking up a lot of TMs here. Let's go ahead and take a look at what those are and see if there's anything that we might be using on our team, possibly. I don't remember which ones they were. There was one up in the hundreds, I think. 84, no, it's 85 I think we just got, or is it 86? One of those ones. Let's see, 101, okay, so it's one of these ones. Okay, so nothing real useful at the moment. And if we continue up this way, that's going to get us up to where Team Aqua is, so we do need to get our encounter before we head up that way. Do we have a sleeper right now? We do have a sleeper right now. Let's get Agatha out in the lead. Although Masham does have Stun Spore, I guess we'll see what we run into up here. Because we might have a hard time whittling it down in health because we are a little bit high level. But the encounter for this route is going to be a Shuppet, which is another ghost type. Although this one is pretty nice because we can, when we evolve it, get the Mega Evolution for it. As long as we don't KO it. Agatha's a little strong, so if I hit it with anything... Oh, it has Insomnia, too. And it's using Curse. Okay, well that cuts its HP, so I think we'll be good to go ahead and use like an Ultra Ball or something like that and catch it now. Because it is going to be a little bit lower on health. And it is a basic Pokemon. I don't think it really has that difficult a catch rate, so we should be okay if we go ahead and chuck an Ultra Ball at it. Of course, we do not have any balls that are specifically good against ghost types like the net ball was for Lomomola, so we'll just see how this does. And there we go, sweet. Okay, so we got a Shuppet here, and I got to think of a good nickname for a Shuppet. So yeah, let's see what we can come up with here, and we're getting some levels here as well, so that's nice. This is the reason I don't have the experience share on normally, because it just takes up so much time, in addition to getting us kind of over-leveled, but... anyways, a Shuppet nickname. Let's see what we can come up with. Okay, so Shuppet's nickname is going to be Voodoo because Bayonet does kind of remind me of a voodoo doll, and I think that might be part of the inspiration, or it might be like a Japanese equivalent of something like that, but anyways, let's go ahead and see. I think we want to, yeah, let's keep Agatha out. We're fighting Team Aqua, so although they do have a variety of types, honestly, I think we might want to keep Agatha out to hit them with Thunderbolts. Oh, and would you look at that? We got to a, what was it? I think it was level 29, actually. Or did Circle get to the level 30? But I am glad we got this evolution on camera. I was kind of worried that I might accidentally level him up too high while I was doing those battles off camera. But we did get Sarkos evolved, and I think the next evolution is probably not to like level 40 or something like that. Now that I think of it, I have used a Crocodile before, and I think I remember it being weird, thinking how weird it was that it evolved at level 29 into its first stage there, and it didn't evolve into its second stage until 40, because one of those is an even number, one of them is not. I'm just checking for items down here. It doesn't look like we can get down that far, so there's nothing down that way. Of course, these are probably some more of these items that were removed by the mod, or the hack creator, for whatever reason. I still don't understand that. Yeah, let's go ahead and keep our party as it is. I'm hoping to evolve Pringles this episode as well, because right now Pringles is a little squishy. Whereas, of course, its evolution, Jellicent, is actually a very bulky Pokemon. So I'm looking forward to having a bulky Pokemon on our team. Because bulky Pokemon are always really nice to have in Nuzlocke. Of course, not to say that we don't have a bulky Pokemon right now, but it's always nice to have another one. Okay, had a bit of a close call there because one of those Team Aqua members had a Mawile, which came out with Crunch, which nearly knocked out Agatha there, but luckily we managed to get Agatha out of there before it was able to get off another one. But anyways, so both Team Aqua and Team Magma have taken the orbs, but because they're dummies, Team Aqua took the red orb and Team Magma took the blue orb. I don't know what they're thinking. Like, Maxie obviously showed up first, and he's like, oh, to awaken Groudon, obviously I used the blue orb, because it just wouldn't make sense to use the same colored orb as the Pokemon is. That would just be silly. But anyways, let's go ahead and check for items real quick here. We can talk to the guy up there that tells us kind of the origin story of Kyogre, Groudon, and he kind of mentions, oh, it's a strange... Oh, okay, so I guess there's another legendary over that way. Wasn't there one down this way, too? There seems to be a lot of those. Did we check over this way yet? I feel like we did. Either that or it looks the same as another area. So anyways, I guess we're heading back down. It's not too far down, so I'll just keep walking here. But basically, like I was saying, is there anything up here either? No, there's really nothing. No items. I should be used to the fact that there are no random items sitting around the ground anymore. And I should probably get Agatha out of the lead there because she's a little low on health. Although we will be running into some more trainers here pretty soon, so we might as well just go and heal her up, actually. And then, as for the trainers inside Mount Pyre in here, there's nothing really story-related or anything important in here. There's no boss battles or anything. So this is another area I'll probably do all the trainers here off camera if I really feel like I need to do them. Because right now, I mean, obviously, we are fairly over-leveled. Also, since this area is also called Mount Pyre, it has the exact same name as the outside, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I can catch something there. I know some people would probably say, okay, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and catch something here and there, but I like to be more strict on my Nuzlocke rules. I just feel like it adds a bit more difficulty to be more strict, and that's why, you know, like, I only allow myself to the first 3 catches, and, you know, I'm a real stickler for you can only catch 1 Pokemon per route, and, you know, anything in that area that has the same little pop-up above it is technically counts as the same route. I feel like that just makes it more challenging and makes it more interesting. Anyway, she gave us a TM, and I wasn't paying attention to what she said, so she might have told me what it was, but I do want to check it out. It's Giga Drain. It's still a special attack, but it is an upgrade from Masham's Mega Drain, and we can give it to Pringles, too. Ooh, that would be a good idea, actually. And also Agatha, although Agatha's not really the kind of Pokemon to use draining moves like that. Agatha is better served as just a straight-up attacker, because we really don't want to have her taking attacks at all. But Giga Drain on a Jellicent could be interesting. I didn't remember it being able to learn Giga Drain. But yeah, let's go and throw Giga Drain on Pringles there. See what we can go in and replace. I don't think we really need Rain Dance. I do want to keep Recover. So Pringles is going to be a pretty bulky Pokemon who can kind of like stall out our opponents or something like that. Obviously, once we get him evolved, as long as we actually do manage to get him evolved. So yeah, so anyways, let's go ahead and pick up this one random item over here. And then we're going to get a catch on this route. And then after that, I think we're going to go head over to the Team Magma base. So hopefully I can find a flying type here. Because that would make it so much easier to get back. Otherwise, I'll go ahead and do this route off camera and get back that way. So yeah, let's see where our encounter is for this area. And it's a Pansage. No thanks. No thanks. I will pass on that. For those who don't know, I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with the Gen 5 monkeys. And by love-hate, I mean hate-hate. I absolutely hate the Gen 5 monkeys. They're really the only Pokemon who I absolutely do not like. Also, why was Sarkos blue there up in the right corner? But anyways, I absolutely do not like the Gen 5 monkeys. I hate them. I hate their designs. They have mediocre stats, and they show up way too often in Gen 5. I mean, as much as I love Gen 5, honestly, it's probably up there in one of my favorite generations, but I absolutely hate the Gen 5 monkeys. But yeah, I'll end that rant off now. If you guys want to hear more about me ranting about the Gen 5 monkeys, maybe I'll just post a comment about it. But anyways, I'll meet you guys back over at the Team Magma base, and hopefully maybe we can catch a fire flying type in there. I don't know if there are any of those, because we really need a flying type. But anyways, yeah, I'll meet you guys over there. See you guys in a second. Alright, and here we are. We're at the Team Magma base. And it's actually been quite a while since I started this episode. It's been over a week since, because I actually started this episode right after the previous episode ended. And by right after, I mean, I think I got the Strength HM right. I hope I did. But anyways, I started this right after, I think the day after I recorded the previous episode. But then I didn't get around to finishing it. So here we go. Finally finishing this episode off. Let's go ahead and give Sarkos strength. I think that would probably be the best option here. And we get rid of Mud Slap because that is a special move and we really don't need that. And also, since we are in a new area here, as I think I mentioned earlier this episode, although like I said, it has been about a week, a little over a week since I started this video, so I'm probably not going to remember everything I was talking about there, but we should be able to get a catch here in a second. So let's see what pops up. Something? Anything? I know there's Pokemon that appear here. Let's try and get something before we run into our first trainer encounter here. Because I do want to speed up through the Team Magma hideout here. As soon as I can find a Pokemon, that would be nice if I could find something here. Do we have our ideal Pokemon out in the lead, by the way? Yes, I suppose we do. Agatha is probably ideal for trying to catch something. There we go. Our first encounter for the Team Magma hideout is going to be a Torkoal. Alright. Torkoal is pretty interesting. Although, as I mentioned earlier, I would really appreciate having a flyer on my team, because we don't have one right now, and obviously Torkoal cannot fly, and we already do have a couple fire types, so, yeah, I'm gonna catch it, but, yeah, we could really use something that can, actually use fly. And can we hit it with anything and not kill it? Probably not, so we're going to have to switch out here. I don't really want to send in Sarkos, because Sarkos has kind of poor defenses. Let's send in... Does Cerberus have any weak moves that we could use? I feel like Cerberus has, yeah, Rock Smash. We might want to go with some Rock Smashes, perhaps. It did get a curse, though, so the Rock Smash might not do very much at all. But all we really need to do is whittle down its health a little bit. And then we can go ahead and bring Agatha back in and put it back to sleep. Okay, so we got the defensive drop, and it woke up, which I don't mind too much, and it's using a curse to get the defense right back. And let's actually go for a different attack here. Let's try Flamethrower. I mean, I'm not Mega Evolved, and it resists it, so I don't think that'll kill it. Okay, good. That's probably just about right. So we'll go ahead and bring sleep or put this gal to sleep actually, and go ahead and try and catch her. It shouldn't be too difficult, I don't think. And it went for Body Slam, which of course does not affect us. I'm guessing it probably doesn't have any physical moves that can actually hit Agatha, which is nice because it did get a couple of attack boosts there. So okay, now we got it put to sleep, and then we can go ahead and start throwing a couple Ultra Balls. I don't think Torkoal has too difficult a catch rate, so it should be pretty easy to catch. And I think Ultra Balls are the way to go here. So let's just see if we can catch it. And there we go. Perfect. Alright. So now, as for a nickname for a Torkoal, let's see. Okay, so I'm going with the nickname Pompeii, which is actually the name I nicknamed my Mercargo when I played through Omega Ruby. And of course, Pompeii is the name of the town that was destroyed by the volcano Vesuvius. It was Vesuvius, right? Correct me in the comments if I'm incorrect there. But that is the name of the town, not the volcano, but I do like the name Pompeii. So yeah, and let's see, do we have any repels? It does not look like it. Alright, well, I'm just going to go ahead and speed up the footage probably until we involve Pringles here, which might be this next battle coming up here. So yeah, I will catch you guys on the other side. Well, crap. I should probably be paying attention to the speed drops. Yeah, because Bulldoze does drop your speed. And, yeah, I wasn't paying attention there. And I said, oh yeah, I was faster the first time, so I'll just go for another surf and finish off this Graveler. Well, I guess we're going into the Maxi fight with a team of 5, because I don't really feel like running all the way back. Why did I say driving? I don't feel like running all the way back to fill that spot in my team, so for now we're just going to continue on with what we have here. So yeah, let's continue the speeding up, and hopefully not lose anybody else. Okay, so now that that's over with, and we ran into a couple of things that were a little bit scary back there. A couple more Pokemon using Bulldoze I had to watch out for, and I also saw a Vigoroth, which of course this time I knew what to do when I saw a Vigoroth, and I went ahead and set in Agatha, that way it couldn't use counter on us. Anyways, here's Maxi being a doofus and trying to awaken Groudon with a blue orb. Obviously the blue orb is going to remind Groudon of Kyogre, its ancient rival, and it's going to be like, grr, Kyogre, you know, I'm going to go get you, or something like that, even though Kyogre hasn't been awakened yet. But anyways, and he's going to be all confused because he's a dummy, and then after he's already done that, he's going to go ahead and fight us. This might be a somewhat difficult fight, because I did up the levels quite a bit, and I guess we'll just have to see on that front. I might have upped them a little too high, because I remember putting them, yeah, they're up in the 40s. This could be difficult. I'm pretty sure we're going to be faster here. So let's see if a Stab Surf is enough to take out Chandelure. If not, it's going to throw some Ghost-type moves at us, and luckily, that did it. I was worried it could throw a Shadow Ball or something like that at us. Of course, I think that's an illegal Chandelure, because I think Litwick evolves into Lampent at a slightly later level. Anyways, he's bringing in his own Houndoom here. Excuse me. He's bringing in his own Houndoom, so let's just bring ours out, and we'll go ahead and go for the Mega here. Didn't want to stay in with Mira there. I feel like that would have been a bad idea. And let's go for a Rock Smash, I guess. I don't want to go for not very effective flamethrowers, although those might do a decent amount. We'll just have to try it. I'm just going to go for Rock Smash to see how much it does. It is super effective, but we don't have a very high attack stat. Embargo, okay, I don't really care. I don't think we have any items that we could be using right now. Let's go for a Flamethrower and see how much it does. Okay, not much more than Rock Smash, okay. And he's going for his own Flamethrower, which shouldn't do too much. Yep, not too much at all. Let's just go for another Rock Smash and hope for the defense drop, I suppose. At which point we can do a little bit more damage with the next one. Okay, there we go. Defense drop. That might be enough to finish it off next turn, possibly? Let's see. Yep, there we go. Houndoom goes down. And next up, he's going to have Claydol. Okay. Ground and Psychic type. I don't think there's really much you can do to Mira, so let's send in Mira. Claydol is a fairly defensive Pokemon, so I'm not sure if one Surf will do it, and it is at level 41. But this should do a decent amount to it. Didn't quite knock it out. Like I said, Claydol is fairly defensive! Okay, hang in there. Okay. Okay, good. We took that pretty well, actually. I was worried I was going to have to use the little sound effect there to signify we were about to die or we were going to get close to dying there. And ooh, it's a Volcarona. I don't know why I'm going like that, because I know what Pokemon Maxi has. I just kind of forgotten because I edited these like over a week ago. Well, we could leave Mira in, but Volcarona probably has some Ghost-type moves. We don't have a Rock-type to take it out with. I think Data. Let's go with Data, just to have a fast special attacker to hopefully get some damage off on it with, and it can't hit us super effectively with anything, because I don't think Volcarona can learn any fighting type moves. That would be kind of silly. Let's go for a Tri-Attack. Let's go for a Bug Buzz. Volcarona is pretty powerful, so yeah, that does hurt quite a bit. If that was a low damage roll, it could knock us out with a high damage roll next turn. That did a decent amount, though. The question is, am I really willing to risk it? Because if that was a low damage roll, which it really could have been, he could go for another one next turn and knock me out. So if he's going to go for a Bug Buzz, I can safely switch in Agatha, so let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll be faster next turn, I believe, and then we can finish it off. Yep, here comes the Bug Buzz. We're not very defensive, but we should be able to take it fairly nicely. There we go. And let's go for a Shadow Ball. We are faster, and that should be able to finish it off. Yep, there we go. Sweet. Luckily, Volcarona does not yet have Quiver Dance. That could have been deadly if it did. Charizard. Let's see here. Mira's low on health, but you could heal her up. I'm going to say... Can Charizard learn any Dark-type moves? I don't believe so. At least not by level up, and I believe this guy's just going to have level up moves. Let's just go for a Hypnosis, put it to sleep, and then hit it with Thunderbolt, which I don't think will be a one-hit kill. That's why I went for the Hypnosis, which luckily did end up landing, but Thunderbolt, because it's not a same type attack bonus move, I believe will not be able to kill it in one hit. Yeah, not quite. And then, oh, and it woke up, and it went for a Flamethrower. Not too worried about that. We should be okay. We should be okay. We're not okay. Okay. We lost Agatha. Oh, no way. Alright, well, let's send in Cerberus. No, I can't believe it. I was thinking, you know, that we'd be fine because Agatha has a fairly decent special defense. I mean, maybe not great special defense, but much better than her physical defense. But one hit from a Charizard, not even a crit, you know? I mean, it's a Charizard. Charizard isn't that great on its own. Let's see what it throws at us. Well, I guess we're faster, so we'll finish it off. Oh, but we lost 2 Pokemon this episode. We're losing them like crazy. We're not really catching them fast enough to keep up either. Oh, Agatha was one of our MVPs. Like, seriously. She was like our go-to catcher and everything. Like, oh, man. Can't believe we lost her. Like, things better turn around. Like, I better start catching some more Pokemon and, like, because I've been missing so many catches here. And we're going to have to heal up here, and hopefully Mira doesn't take too hard a hit here. Is this thing going to Mega Evolve? No, it's not, but it's going to go for Yawn. Not too worried about that. We'll be faster next turn. I might not even have needed to have healed. By the way, the Charizard was my own addition. I just think I should probably add that, but Maxie did not, by default, in this hack, have a Charizard. I added it in myself, so I kind of, you know, screwed myself over there, but I did want to make this hack more challenging, because I'm pretty sure his Pokemon were much lower level. I think they were, like, in their low 30s or something like that, before I edited anything, so, oops, that's a weird door. But yeah, I wanted to make sure it was a little bit more difficult, and I guess I have achieved that. Although, to be fair, we also lost a Pokemon to a random trainer as well, so say what you will about that. So I believe, is this the way out? This is not the way out. Do we have an escape rope we can just go ahead and use? Because I don't really feel like dealing with this right now. Not after losing a couple of Pokemon. No, we don't. Okay, well, I'm just gonna cut until we get out of this place. Okay, and we're out, and okay, good, we already fought those trainers. I was kind of worried we hadn't for a second there, but we're gonna head over to the Lava Ridge to say goodbye to our 2 fallen team members here, and that will probably be where we end the episode off. I believe I had just about 20 minutes of recording for the first session of this episode here, so I want to make sure I don't go over too much. So yeah, Agatha. Well, let's get your item off of you first before we release you. Because an amulet coin is a very nice item, so let's go ahead and get that off you and give that to somebody else. But we've had Agatha so long. Like, where did we catch her? I think we caught her in Rust Turf Tunnel. So that was quite a while ago. That was even before our first gym badge, I believe. And she's been putting in so much work. Our highest level team member, I'm pretty sure. Oh, man. That just came out of nowhere. Like, I really did not expect, you know, well, A, for Charizard to wake up, and B, for it to knock me out in one hit. Like, a non-super effective, non-critical hit. Alright, and then Pringles, the Frillish. We didn't even get to evolve you to make your nickname make sense, so that's kind of unfortunate. And you didn't really do much, especially not on camera, I don't believe. I think I just caught you last episode, or the episode before that, or something like that, but yeah. So let's go ahead. Who do we want to put on our team right now? Let's put Goliath on our team. So we got 3 special attackers. That makes 2 physical attackers, so let's put 1 more physical attacker on our team. Let's make that Match'em for now, I think. Although, wait, no, we do have a fighting type already, so let's go ahead and grab Ziggy and give him a try. Rotate out some of our Pokemon. And we might give some of these other Pokemon we have in the box a try as well. Obviously don't have time to train all of them, so if you want to leave your suggestions for which of these Pokemon you want to see make an appearance on my team for the next episode, go ahead and post those in the comments below, and I'll try to have them trained up for the next episode so we can put them on the team, or otherwise the episode following that. As long as we make it that far. I mean, no promises. No promises. I could end up wiping in an area coming up here. But yeah, next episode we're going to have to head down to Slateport. We're going to have to walk all the way there because we still do not have a flying type Pokemon. And then we're going to have to walk all the way back over to Lily Cove to take on the Team Aqua base. And I already know there is a fairly tough, based on how I set it up myself, there's a fairly tough battle coming up ahead with a Team Aqua admin. Well, not Archie, but one of the Team Aqua admins. I don't remember which one it is, but it's going to be fairly tough. I know the levels are a little bit high, so that's going to be a little bit difficult, so I hope you're looking forward to that. And yeah, that'll end this episode off, and the next episode will hopefully be a lot sooner than this one was to the previous one. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.